watching Let's Chat.
Good morning and welcome back. The Motor Car Festival next week. Preparations are getting higher and faster and more intense than ever, not just for the Motor Car Festival, but from what you see behind us here, the Neuroscience Innovation Foundation. And the guy behind that is right here, Dr. Tom Devlin. Dr. Devlin, good morning.
Good morning.
Wow, you have, I won't say bitten off more than you can chew, but this Neuroscience Innovation Foundation, this is a big darn deal.
It is indeed. It is indeed. You know, it's a really neat concept. We've had it in various forms for a number of years. You know, Chip, we've had gigantic impact, and a lot of people don't realize this, not only in the Chattanooga area, but nationally and internationally, in terms of supporting and bringing to the fore new innovation.
Right.
And what we're doing now, we've had a big impact on the stroke side, but we're really focused on Alzheimer's disease. You know, Alzheimer's disease it looks like we're about 7 million people in the United States now. Within the next 20 years, we're going to more than double. And this is a gigantic problem. And Tennessee has one of the highest incidents of Alzheimer's disease and death from Alzheimer's disease anywhere in the United States. The Innovation Foundation supports projects in neuroscience, not just locally.
Right.
But what we do is we are a clearinghouse to look at, with our scientific team of MDs and PhDs, we identify what we think are the hottest laboratories in the world, and we fund those. So for example, what you're going to see at the Motor Car Festival is we just gave a large grant to Dr. Kipnis at the University of Washington. He is doing what we think is the most groundbreaking work in Alzheimer's research. The foundational science that's going to lead to really new treatments for Alzheimer's disease and potentially cures. So NIF is they're sponsoring stroke research in Florida, showing the benefit of artificial intelligence. They are supporting music therapy, fascinating music therapy programs in Texas, specifically targeted to stroke recovery, and they're funding projects like Dr. Kipnis's laboratory, which is really one of the groundbreaking basic science labs. So we call it curative philanthropy, meaning that we look at around the United States, and with our money, we target those things with our expertise that we know are going to be the big, huge impact programs, and that's what we fund, and that's what we do.
How many hospitals around the world are going to be potentially under this Neuroscience Innovation Foundation umbrella?
Yeah, so what we do is we have no borders. We have no countries, we have no borders. So what we do is our team of clinical scientists scour the entire United States and elsewhere. And so we're partnering and we're working closely with folks in Israel. You know, a lot of amazing work goes on in the United States, but a lot of other fascinating stuff goes on technology-wise in other countries. Sure. So we have no borders, and with the money that we receive, and we're very honored to be the beneficiaries, one of the beneficiaries along with CHI World of the Motor Car Festival, we take that money and we put it right back into high-impact technology development, new drugs, new devices, new technology specifically to cure today's biggest diseases: stroke, Alzheimer's disease, etc.
As it pertains to Alzheimer's, are you closer to doing clinical trials? Is there some potential medicine that's right around the corner?
Absolutely. So you've heard a lot about some of the breakthrough, quote, breakthrough drugs with Alzheimer's disease. These, quote, breakthroughs, like lecanemab that was just, that we just got the data for it last week, it looks like a potential drug that could slow the progress of Alzheimer's disease down. These are very early drugs. We're not 100% certain by any means that this is really the best way to target Alzheimer's disease. These labs now are very successfully putting drugs into the FDA's hands for clinical trials. One of the things that NIF does is they're very interested in supporting its partnership with CHI Memorial Hospital. So NIF works closely with the hospital. Why is that so important? At CHI Memorial Hospital, we are part of Common Spirit, which is the second largest healthcare system in the United States.
Right.
And the reason why that's so important is you got 142 hospitals, some of the best hospitals in the world, like Baylor and Barrows College of Medicine in Phoenix. We're all under one roof. And we're all under one research office, which means if we get a trial approved here, we can roll that out to 142 hospitals within the Common Spirit network like that. And that's a tremendous accelerator.
Sure.
If we can get a drug for Alzheimer's tested a month faster, 6 months faster, et cetera, think about all the patients we could potentially save.
Without
That's
doubt.
what we're doing now in the partnership between NIF and all these different entities, particularly with Common Spirit.
Next week during the Motor Car Festival, when you see Dr. Devlin running around, actually he'll be the coolest guy in the whole festival site. He'll just
Hardly
be
next
strolling
week.
through.
Not
He'll be
next week.
strolling
You
through.
got Corky there. Corky Coker's going to be the coolest guy.
Stop him and say hello and thanks for all the great work he's doing.
Fabulous.
You're going to stick around and join us here in another couple of minutes. Alexis Bogo on deck along with Chris Hopkins talking about the financial impact that this festival is going to have, and it's big. We'll be right back.
Thank you.